If Warren Buffett is the king of investing, who is the queen? There's a certain lady out there who has slowly but surely earned this title of the queen of investing, absolutely crushing hedge funds. And she's not even in finance or considered an investor. And no, we're not talking about the Aunt Cathie Wood from ARK Invest, but someone who may actually have that elusive crystal ball that all investors seek out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a deeper look into the returns of the one, the only, Nancy motherfucking Pelosi. Hello and welcome to Wealth Gambit. On this channel, we cover all things investing, whether it's breaking market news or juicy beef between juggernauts in the financial space. We cover it all here. If you happen to like that content, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be updated once we upload a new video. Also, be sure to follow us on our social media at Wealth Gambit. As a reminder, we're not financial advisors and this isn't financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Nancy Pelosi has been drawing a lot of attention lately due to her high political position and unusually good stock market returns. The question then arises, is Nancy Pelosi one of the greatest female investors / traders the world has ever seen, or is it just insider trading? Just to be clear, we're not throwing shade, just hoping that they create a Nancy Pelosi ETF or at least a Nancy Pelosi hedge fund. But first off, a little background on this Wall Street mega influencer. Nancy Pelosi's been serving as a government official since 2007, and she's earned the crown of being the first woman to serve as the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Almost half of her life was spent in the government, representing California's 12th district, leading the House Democrats and the 111th Congress, which is seen as one of the most productive Congresses ever recorded in U.S. history, depending on who you ask. Anyone can be a trader, but not just anyone can be a profitable trader. Apparently, however, Pelosi might just have the juice, considering she frequently takes part in options and way more often than not comes out with a massive bag. What makes it even more interesting is that Nancy, along with her partner in crime, no, we don't mean this literally, at least not officially, along with her husband Paul Pelosi, makes so much money on stocks that they recently take an interest in, almost like they knew what was going to happen to the company in the future. But how is that possible? Only people who control the politics and rules governing these massive multi-billion-dollar companies could know that. Oh wait. But let's take a look at the information. Paul Pelosi was able to make a whopping $5.3 million on timely bullish bets he made on Google's parent corp, Alphabet, last July. And just when people had so much time for sell-offs, Paul bought 4,000 shares in June, and from an initial 4.8 million gain from the rising share price, it has grown to $5.3 million. Before the shopping spree, the vote on antitrust legislation in the House Judiciary Committee was meant to limit the huge tech titans like Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft was apparently in progress. Some of you might be wondering, what exactly is antitrust legislation? According to the FTC, antitrust legislation prescribes unlawful mergers and business practices in general terms. Its main objective is to protect the process of competition for the benefit of consumers, making sure that there are strong incentives for businesses to operate efficiently, keep prices down, and keep quality up. In the case of Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft, the House Judiciary Committee is trying to prevent these tech giants from monopolizing the internet ecosystem. Paul Pelosi's transaction was completed a week before the decision was reached, and the market was said to be muted those days, indicating that it wasn't a threat to the shares of the firm, so investors literally said, game on. Alphabet's share price increased by 3.2% after. Now let's get back to the options activity. Paul Pelosi made use of this and made his profit possible. It's kind of sneaky when a politician's spouse makes a 7-figure profit from options in tech companies that are supposedly being heavily regulated.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
According to Forbes, the options exercised were meant to expire the day he used them. So it's either he sells it or he exercises it. And he has held those long through thick and thin since February 2020, just before the market took a dive from the health crisis. But long story short, the Pelosis have traded about $50 million in assets with just 69% annualized returns as of October, which is way higher than the legend himself, Grandpa Buffett. And it was taken from a Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker, which was taken down for unknown reasons. For the past 2 years, the Pelosis have become rock star stock pickers, outpacing even our dear Aunt Kathy over at ARK Invest. Before 2021 ended, Paul Pelosi reportedly bought shares from Alphabet, Disney, Salesforce, Roblox, Micron Technology, and Reoff XX and spent around $1,750,007 to $3.6 million in purchasing stocks from these tech companies. But the Pelosi couple has their own frenemy. Freshman Democrat Senator Jon Ossoff, currently the youngest sitting senator, who apparently wants to ban members of Congress and their families from participating in the stock market for the duration of their congressional term. The young senator is looking for a co-Republican sponsor so he could officially file his ethics bill. In her press conference in December 2021, Nancy Pelosi shared her thoughts on this, saying,
"No, I don't know to the second one. We have a responsibility to report in the stock, on the stock, but I'm not familiar with that 5-month review, but if people aren't reporting, they should be." Because this is a free market and we are a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that. Yes, ma'am.
Madam Speaker, can you talk?
Studies show that members of the Congress between 1985 to 2001 had more than 6% advantage in investment returns over the general investor. In addition to that, studies also show that professional money managers never consistently beat the market, yet Pelosi and her friends in Congress had managed to do so. Conflict of interest has always been a huge question for people that hold positions in the government. One reason for this is that these people know things that are not disclosed to the general public. Getting them banned just makes sense, but as Nancy said, this is a free country. So we'll just have to wait and see how lawmakers settle this matter. That wraps up today's video, guys. What are your thoughts on banning the people in Congress from trading stocks? Do you agree? Let us know in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace.